Is this an intervention? Did I get called in for an intervention?
You were talking a lot about wine up on the green screen, so we
Yes.
figured. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
So with you just played your single for us, and I know that Pharrell is the one that connected you and Balvin, right? And so whenever he's like, okay, you know, Balvin's gonna blow up, you're gonna blow up, you guys should reconnect on this song, and you send him that song, and he immediately loves it. What's that feel like? Is that like, shit, I did it? Or is it like
it's dope because, you know, even though I'm Cuban, both my parents are from Cuba, I'm not necessarily a reggaeton artist. So I kind of sent him the song just for approval, just like, you know, listen, I need your blessing. I'm doing something that has kind of a reggaeton feel on the hook. Like, is it legit or is it going to be whack or, you know, or what? Or tell me, you know, give me some feedback. And, you know, immediately he was like, my G, I love it. I want to be on it. Not the remix. I want to be on the original. And I was like, you know, that was super, you know, that was just
validating,
super gratifying.
Right.
Yeah, I was just like, man, that's really cool that he dug it so much he wanted to jump on it.
Yeah.
So.
And one thing that I dig about your like we were talking in the back a little bit, respect, because I feel like in your music, just in your presence, like, you know, we're sitting here for like a rhythmic radio station, but I don't think that that's like the vibe in here at all. So it's like you don't really fit into like, you're not letting people fit you into this box. You're like, this is me. This is the type of music I like. Like we were talking about the Rolling Stones backstage, like both
Ben
one of like our
Harper,
favorite, yeah.
Sublime.
And you play your music, and it's beautiful and organic.
It is what it is. It's
and
just,
I love it.
You know, you know, everyone makes music or they should, because they love it and grew up listening to artists that inspired them. So I like to put all the artists that inspired me in each and every one of my songs, mix up genres, you know, blurred lines, run all over the place, and kind of it is what it is. It's a fusion, you know.
The melting pot.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're from Miami.
Yes,
right?
sir.
It's kind of like the Miami culture, right?
Absolutely. Miami's such a diverse place full of so many different, you know, cultures and people and tastes and flavors. So it's kind of what I do with my music.
Yeah, no, and that comes through. It like feels real and raw and organic. But I feel like on all of these radio stops, it's like, so Cris, how's it feel to have, you know, like a hit on the radio? So I just want to ask you a few questions that maybe, you know, like get to know you questions that aren't revolved like around your music. So what? Oh, was that too real? Was that too raw?
No, nailed it.
So what is one, I feel like we all have like unusual things that we like or love, or unusual habits. So what's an unusual habit or like a crazy thing that you love?
I don't know how crazy we want to reveal here. Nah, man,
version.
I'm just a like we were talking about earlier, I'm a big wino. I really love wine and tasting different wine, and my father's the kind of guy who's always like, yo, this is the same table wine forever. And I'm like, Pops, there's so many different flavors, and there's so many different grapes, and there's so many different years, and there's so many different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and he gets upset at me. He's like, I don't understand. You're paying $60 on a bottle, $80 a bottle, you drink it and you piss it, and then there's your money. He's like, you're literally pissing money away. And I'm like, well, it's about the experience, and it's about who you share the wine with.
Oh yeah.
You know, and wine's amazing to talk to people, and you get to know people, and you open up about a lot of things, and it gets you emotional too. And so you share a lot. It's a sharing experience.
So you would say that you're like you're not an angry drunk, you're an emotional drunk. You're sap.
No, I'm a happy drunk.
Happy
I'm
drunk?
A wild drunk.
Wild drunk?
Yeah. Like, just fun.
Like hitting some golf balls.
Hitting golf balls in the Seattle Lake at 4 a.m. My boy Sidney Rice and Cyril. By the way, that's my friend from Paris. Everybody came all the way out to roll with me. He actually he creates all these stones that I wear. And that's
you were talking about these were your stones earlier, and like they have really good energy. You want to dive into that a little bit, or is this what it is?
You know, he became. I met Aaron through Cyril through Pharrell, and he's you know, not only is he a great guy, and he's invited me into his house for Shabbat dinner and everything, and you know, I love this guy, but I really love what he does with his stones, and they do carry a lot of energy. All the different stones, you know, carry such energy, especially when you wear them for a while. It kind of soaks into you, and that's the really story with that. And you guys know Karl Lagerfeld, the great, you know, who just passed. He was always wearing one of Aaron's, Aaron Josh Stone, beads with him. So it's cool. It's cool just to have him here, and he rolls around with me. And he came on this run with me just to see what it's like, what I go through, schlepping around all the cities, and just kind of see the life. And so it's cool. It's cool to have him here today.
It's cool, man. Welcome. I got one more for you, and this is one that I hit everybody with because it kind of gives me an idea of where your initial reaction is, like where your brain's at, where your headspace is at. If you could have a gigantic billboard anywhere in the world, where would it be and what would it say?
Probably be in London, somewhere. I don't know why. I like London. I like London, and I had a billboard of an upcoming action movie starring me and Danny DeVito.
You and Danny DeVito?
Me and Danny DeVito, and we're on the hunt. We're on a case. We're on a serious case.
This sounds like, this immediately reminds me of like It's Always Sunny, the episode where they make like their own remix of, damn it, I forget the name of the movie now. Lethal Weapon.
Oh, dude,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if I saw that episode. I love the show.
Yeah,
I don't know if I saw
show.
that one, but that definitely do. People always like, someone made a biopic about you, like who would star? I'd say Danny DeVito.
Yeah, and he stands about this tall.
Yeah, just because I think I would just love him to see just me like living my life. Just doing my things.
Have him waddling around next to you everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it. You guys have any questions you want to ask Chris or no?
Concerns?
Questions, concerns, vibes? No?
Any vibes? It's all good. Thank
good.
you guys so much for listening to my music and my rants.
One more time for Cris Cab, everybody.
Thank you.